Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, can you type in chat and say, yes, Dorothy, we can hear you? Or say, yes, we can hear you. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Super, super excited. Are y'all excited? All things pre-sale. We get to talk about money tonight. Can y'all hear me? I just need somebody to tell me y'all can hear me. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it, Vondet. Thank you so much. How y'all doing? Everybody excited? We're going to give everybody a couple of more minutes to get in here and jump on. I will not be sharing this video in the groups. You have to have registered because I'm only emailing the replay to people who registered. Okay? And that is for a reason, because that helps me to figure out who's paying attention in their groups, who's connecting, who's really here to learn information. And when they come back and ask me questions in my inbox, I can know whether they've taken advantage of the opportunities that's been provided. So I'm going to give everybody a couple of more minutes to see if they jump on. While we're waiting, why don't you guys all tell me the title of the book that you're a part of? I'd like to know that, because we're going to have everybody from every project that I'm managing tonight is going to be here. So I would like to know, what book collaboration project are you a part of? Just type it in chat. Is it Beautiful You Are? Is it Win from the Beginning? Is it Win or Go Home? Is it Destiny Walkers? Let's see, who do we have? Vandette says she's with Destiny Walkers. Amazing. Awesome, awesome. As you guys come on in, I want you to tell me what book project you're a part of, guys. Just type it in the chat. I want to get some communication. I want to make sure we're all interactive here, because I'm going to open the line up for questions and answers at the end as well. Let me do this housekeeping thing. Anything that's directly related to the phase that your project is in, those should be asked in your group, not tonight. Because we have so many people here in different collaboration books, you all are in different phases. Okay, so this webinar tonight is strictly to talk about capture pages, how to leverage them, talk about pre-selling, and also to talk about leveraging the advertising opportunity with your book for some added income. So those are the things we're going to be focused on. If you have any individual questions related to the stage that you're in with your book, please send those in the group. This is not what this is for. So tonight is only to ask questions about anything related to pre-sale, anything related to capture pages, anything related to the advanced advertising idea opportunity that I've been sharing with everybody. Everybody that's coming on in, I want y'all to tell me what book project that you're a part of. I see we have Win from the Beginning that's here with Marquis. Hey, Marquis. And Marquis is a busy woman, guys. She is, if I remember correctly, yes, she works with state legislators. She is a busy woman, and she is here tonight. We have Reverend Lakeisha is with Destiny Walkers. Awesome. Awesome. We have Beautiful You Are with Yvonne. Those are my sweeties over there at Beautiful You Are. Goodness gracious. I had the opportunity of doing some of their interviews. So I got to really know them personally. Yeah, great opportunity. Everybody come on in. Tell me if you're a collaborator. Say I'm a collaborator and tell me what book you're with. Mayana says she can't hear me. Can anybody else hear? Vandette told me earlier she could hear me. So I want to hear how many people can hear me. Say you can hear. Because before I get into the meat of things, I don't want to keep going. All right. Kathy says she can hear. Reverend Lakeisha says she can hear. Dorothy Hill says she can hear. Marquis says she can hear. Yvonne. Okay. Mayana, that simply means that there may be something on your end. So check your speakers or your headphone. And then, guys, if you're a collaborator, announce collaborator and the title of your book, okay? If you guys are co-authors, I just want you to tell me what book you're a part of. I know we have Beautiful You Are is here. We've got Destiny Walkers. Right now, it seems like Destiny Walkers is showing up, honey. They showing up, because that's all I'm seeing. Destiny Walkers, Beautiful You Are. I have one from Win from the Beginning. Another one from Win from the Beginning. Okay, we got two, but Destiny Walker seems to be leading the pack right now. They showing up. As I said, guys, I will not be posting this replay in any of your groups. This is only going to be emailed to the people who registered for this webinar. All right. So if you know somebody that's not on here and they're going to say, well, I'm looking for the replay, you can say, well, Dorothy only emailed it to people who was registered. Now, if you want to be nice and share it with them, you will. I'm not going to hold you accountable for that. You're free to do that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I respect your time as well, as because I know we all should pretty much have a lot of things going on. So today, what we're going to go over, we're going to talk about capture pages. Some of you may not be at that phase yet, but the information will still apply. It will give you an insight as to what to expect when your book does get to that phase. Some of you may have come in before I announced it. If you have any questions that's related to your book, particularly the book that you're in, and about what phase you're in or something other than capture pages, pre-sale, and leveraging the advertising opportunity that I've given everybody a tip on, then you need to ask that question in your group. Do not ask any personalized book questions, because everybody's at a different phase in their project and every collaborator has a different vision for their book. So there may be some things that your project doesn't do because your collaborator did not want that as a vision, and that's fine. So we want to make sure we keep this particular presentation strictly focused on the money. Does that sound good? Because everybody gets this advice about how to make money. Okay? All right. So we're going to talk about pre-sales. I'm just taking notes so I can stay on track. And then we're going to talk about the advertising opportunity. All right. So capture pages. Capture pages takes place once you are where we consider phase 2 of the project. That means all of the social media details have been collected for all of the co-authors at that point. So we're no longer gathering that information. If you've not uploaded your contact details and you happen to say, well, I see flyers going out, and you're like, well, I want to run back to the spreadsheet and send it in, the spreadsheet will be locked. Okay? So you won't be able to make any more changes at that point. So that's why I've reiterated to everybody the importance of making sure that you go to that social media detail, you fill it out completely as much as you can. Even if, like I said before, your website isn't up, you can still buy a domain and just forward it to your business page. Not going into all of that, just running over it real quick. So when we get ready to get to capture pages, what will have already happened? Well, the collaborator will have chosen a book cover. Okay. When that collaborator has chosen that book cover and we've approved it and behind the scenes with them, then the next step is getting the designers to create the social media flyers that everyone gets as a part of their investments. Capture pages is optional. That does not come with your investment, and it is not required. You do not need capture pages to make money. It's just a nice landing spot for people to go to, get a brief summary of what the book is going to be about, and it'll have your pretty nice flyer on it. Okay? And so your PayPal button that you will be instructed to create, many of you will have a task that's been put in your group that tells you to create your PayPal button. The PayPal button is for you to leverage to get your monies during the pre-sale. Why do you need a PayPal button? Well, you need a PayPal button versus a PayPal Me link because you have to be able to itemize the shipping. PayPal Me does not allow you to create any itemization of any type of amount of money that you're collecting. Okay? And because this is a book that you're going to be shipping to keep things decent and in order, people want to know how much is the shipping cost. So you have to be able to itemize that. I did some homework. I checked. I do believe, from what I read on the PayPal help site, that you can create a business or upgrade to a business account with PayPal, or create a completely different business account and only use your social security number if many of you do not have businesses or already have an EIN number that you would like to tie the payments that you're going to receive to. Okay? We are not tax advisors. Can't help you with that. If you need some of those recommendations, I can give you some great tax people that we have connected. We have 2 girls named Tiffany that are connected to the Show Your Success family that we all use. Or if you're local, I recommend, if you want more details about how that applies to you individually and your business, then you need to do that. But for the sake of collecting the monies for your book, okay, you have to have a PayPal button so that you can itemize the shipping. All right. There is a training video at, and let me type that here in chat, coauthor.bookcollabsuccess.com. This takes you to a playlist on YouTube that has all these different videos that are related to things or certain different tasks that co-authors will be asked to do, so that you guys can go in and see how to do it. Anytime the task is posted, if there is a video related to showing you how to complete that task, then the individual link to that video will be shared in the description. Please watch the video first, and it's always posted first in the description. This link takes you to the entire playlist, so you'll see all videos. My recommendation to you, don't sit here and watch all the videos if you're not on that task. Only watch the videos related to the task that you're doing, because you do not want to overwhelm yourself, because some of the things you may not understand why you're doing it because you haven't gotten to that phase yet. Okay? So, and I did not spell that right, guys. Somebody should have told me. I just looked at it. Book collab. Okay, there you go. It's the second one, everybody. It's the where book is spelled correctly. So you can take note of that link for future references. But as I said, every time a task is posted in your group, that task, if there is a training video involved, the description of the task will have a link to the video. All right. You don't see the, oh, it's going to panelists. That's why, not attendees. Let me do that again. Thank you, Dorothy. We're namesakes. So y'all see that? I can't wait till I meet Dorothy in person. I really can't. So there it is, guys. I think it's right now. Can everybody see it? So take note of that website. That link takes you to a YouTube playlist, has all videos related to any type of training for any task that we ask of you as a co-author. My advice to you is do not watch a video that you're not on the task for, because it will not probably make sense to you because you haven't gotten to that stage in your project. Okay? Okay. So as I was saying about the capture pages are not required. It is optional. It is an optional add-on that we offer to you guys with Show Your Success, just to give you the opportunity to leverage them. Our design team creates the capture page using your flyer, the social media flyer that you do get as a part of your investment. Okay? So let's say you were someone who opted to have a capture page, right? What happens if you opt to have a capture page? Capture pages cost $50. That's it. It's only $50. When your project is at that stage, in your group, a file named Capture Page Details will get posted into the group. It'll be a file, not a task, because it's going to just explain a couple of things. And so anytime you upload in the group, it automatically creates a post. So you guys should see it anytime a new document is uploaded into the Files tab in the group. So that file will get uploaded. In that file, it will tell you where to go to pay for your capture page, right? It will also give you a couple of more details about how the process will work. And it may also give you some instructions as far as things that you may need to email to the email address for the collaboration project. So what are some things that you will need to make sure it's already done by the time your capture page is ready to be created if you choose to? The number one thing that you must have is your social media details, because your flyer can't get created without it. Your photo for the promotional flyer can't be on there if it's not uploaded. So those two things must be done. Okay. We are not going to go back and add somebody's picture because you missed the deadline for putting your picture in there. We're not going to do it. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. So when flyers come out and you may get a flyer because your picture's not in there, or because you didn't save your picture by your name, because these designers do not know you. So they go strictly by name. They take the spreadsheet, they take the information on the spreadsheet, they match it to the file that has the photos, and they match that name to that name that's on that photo. So if you go and upload your photo and you don't put the name that they can't match, you will get a flyer with no picture. And we are not going back to fix it. Okay? Okay. So those things need to be done. Details, photo. Also, your bio. On the capture page, you will have a place to put a 200-word bio, 200 words max. And this does not need to be full, long, drawn out. This doesn't even have to be something separate from the bio that you put in the book. It just would need to be cut down. Hope that makes sense. So if you've already done your overall bio and you say, okay, I want a capture page, don't freak out and think, oh, I need to rewrite it. No, you don't need to rewrite it. You just need to get to a stopping point, copy up to so many words, up to no more than 200, and copy that into a separate document and title it Capture Page Bio, and then send us the link for that. Because what happens is if you opt in for a capture page and you don't have a separate link to a bio and you only have your original bio, then the designers get with me and we just decide where's the best place to cut it off. Okay? And if you're good with that, that's fine. That's good. We try to get the highlights and that's it. If you're okay with that, that's great. No big deal. You don't have to do it. But if you're somebody that's a little control freak and you're a little bit concerned about what you want said, then my recommendation to you is this. Take your original bio and then find the details that's up to 200 words, copy and paste it into a separate document and send it in if you know you're going to want a capture page. That's it. Don't send no messages to the email saying, I don't like this bio. Because nobody's changing your words. We just would cut it off. That's it. Like, I don't even go in and manipulate it and paste it. I just take it up to the point where the 200 words are and I just cut it off. Okay? And we're not going to go back to the design team to fix it. That's why I'm doing this, because I want y'all to get this information. I want y'all to hear it. I want y'all to know what we're trying to do, okay? To make this a smooth process for everybody, because everybody's had ample enough time to get these things in. So typically everybody's bio should be in. And if you've chosen for the capture page, then the capture page details has already been put in your group. Read the file because it says just what I said. It does. All right. So now we need the bio. The same photo that you use for the promotional flyer will be the same photo we use on your capture page. So you're not being pressed to get your professional photos in yet. Your professional photo should always remain for the book because you want it to be the one that just pops and stuns everybody. Okay? All right. So what I will do is I'm going to show you guys a capture page to give you an idea of what it looks like. Some of you may have seen this already in your individual meetings that I've done with your particular group, but I'm just going over it again for the sake of everybody in this meeting. All right. So do you see this is really nice? This is the latest capture page for Win From the Beginning in their book. So this is the sample flyer. So everybody in Win From the Beginning will have their promotional picture put right here in this little medal, right? So it has the summary of the book, title of the book, some little brief synopsis of what the book is about. And you have your button. This is where your PayPal button gets connected to. If you are the person that opts for a capture page, it gets connected to this. And it'll get connected to this button. And it also gets connected to the button that was on the pop-up screen. So there's 3 places where your PayPal button gets connected. So if you notice, there's a placeholder for your photo and there's a placeholder for your bio. This will be what your capture page would look like if you opted in for it. If you opted in for a capture page, the domain name that you get created for you strictly for this book, this is not related to the website that's asked for on your social media details. That is not what that will be. That goes right here. If you guys can see that flyer and you see what the www is, that is the website, because that's your personal information. But each and every person in a project will get a domain created with the name of the book. So for example, this domain would be dorothy.winfromthebeginningbook.com. And it'll be your first name with the period, with whatever the title is for the book or the domain chosen by the collaborator. All right. That's only used during the pre-sale. When pre-sale is done, the capture page goes away and the domain name goes away. All right. That's why it's important for us to highlight your direct contact information for how people can get in touch with you after that. So I hope all of that makes sense to you guys. So that's what would happen. This gets assigned to you. And so if you chose for a capture page, then your domain would lead to this capture page. But if you're the person that says, well, you know what, I don't really need the capture page, I just want my social media flyer, your domain will lead straight to your PayPal button. So I hope that makes sense. I said a lot right now. I'm going to take a little break. Does anybody have any questions? I know we've had a few people jump on and they might have missed what I said. So before I go and finish up everything, I think I'm pretty much where I need to be with capture pages. I told y'all how much it costs. I've given you an example of what it looks like, and share with you the whole process of the things that you need to make sure that's in place. So if there's something that anybody has a question about, go ahead and please type in the chat. I'll wait for a few minutes. I did stop sharing my screen, didn't I? Yes, I did. So no questions? All right. Well, all of y'all are good. No questions. Okay. I don't see nobody typing. There are no questions. So I'm going to move on to the next thing. We are going to talk about pre-sales. Pre-sales, pre-sales, pre-sales. What is pre-sale? Pre-sale has different parts. But the main thing about pre-sale is getting people to purchase your book prior to the book being launched. This has 2 purposes for you. This is going to give you some income, and it's going to give you that push and excitement that people are really interested and ready to hear what you have to say in your book, right? And it allows you, as a part of the whole collaboration, to have a great launch, to be able to say that we launched our project with selling 200 copies. Like when Saria launched You Have No Idea the Hell I've Been Through, that collaboration project sold 500 copies when they launched between 22 women. That is amazing. That's huge. And so if you think about that, they all made a tremendous amount of money during the pre-sale. And so that's our main effort, is to inspire you guys to show that you now have a tool that can create additional income for you. You can launch your book as many times as you want. Did y'all know that? Yes, you can. You are not restricted to just launching your book once, right? So we want you guys to take what we're teaching you and pay attention to it. That even when you're done through the phases of the project and the book has launched, to know how to take the stuff that you've learned as you've gone through these processes and say, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go back and do me another launch in 30 days or 60 days to get more sales for my book. All right. So that's what pre-selling is. Everybody I believe each and every one of you, out of the number of people that are on here, I say we have 14. All of you have probably at some point pre-ordered a copy of a book. So this is not Greek to you. You just probably didn't think of it that way, but that's what you did. T.D. Jakes, Iyanla Vanzant, Joel Osteen, all these, Steve Harvey, all these people, celebrities that have books, they always come out with pre-sales and they give you bonuses for buying. Some of them do give you bonuses for buying their book early, or they simply say pre-order a copy of my book. And what they're doing is taking those monies and leveraging that to pay for the printing and everything for their book. Well, in this case, you guys have invested to be co-authors. So your investment covers your printing costs, right? Covers your printing costs for 10 of the books. Let me correct that. And then anything over the 10 you will be responsible for. So our goal is to make sure that you sell more than 10 books and then that you already have the money in place to pay for it. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I'm coming out of more money to pay for all of these books that I've ordered. Okay, because you should use your money from your pre-sale to pay for the book. And you're selling the book at retail price, but you're getting it at wholesale. So everybody makes a profit. For example, depending on the number of people in your project, depending on the number of total books that are going to be sold, the individual books could end up costing you anywhere from as little as $2 a book to $6 a book. But you're selling your book at $20 each plus shipping and handling. So if you're selling that book at $6, you've just profited $14. Plus, if you guys ship your books media mail, go to the post office and specifically ask for media mail, which only costs $2.65, but you're charging from $4.99 to $5.99 for shipping. So that's more profit that you've earned. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. So you are in the profit zone every time you sell a book. And that book is generating more income for you. So it is important that you push yourself outside of your comfort zone to get your pre-sales done. The first thing everybody needs to do for pre-sale is set a goal. Set your own personal goal of how many books you want to pre-sale, period. Once you set that goal, now you ask yourself, who can I reach out to purchase my book? Okay? Who's the target audience for your book? If you're not sure what your target audience is or who's the ideal person for reading your book and you want some suggestions, get with the collaborator, the person who inspired you to be a part of the book. And you guys can brainstorm because they had to know who the target audience was for the book when they chose to be a collaborator. Because that's what we did, and we shared with you guys on the presentation that was presented to you that you chose to get involved in the project. And so now you learn, take who that target audience is for your book and evaluate who do you know that fits that bill. Because I don't want everyone to just settle for thinking about family and friends. Because true family and friends that will support you, they gonna buy your book no matter what. You ain't even got to do nothing but say, hey, here's the link to buy my book. My new book has come out. Or give me your $20, let me put you on the list for my book. Those people that you truly know in your heart, you don't even need to go to them first. You guys need to think bigger. You need to think that now I'm an author and it's about exposure. Okay, it's about exposing yourself to new networks. It's about putting yourself in a new dimension of what you want to do because you've already made a decision to step into this new dimension as an author. And there is no need for you to continue to allow fear or doubt to hold you back from your level of boldness about the decision that you made. Hope that makes sense to y'all. Okay, so the work starts now with your pre-sale. Set your goal. And then make a decision who you want to contact. Think of things that you've never thought of. Some of you have, some of your books are directed to women, right? Empowering them or helping them to know, that they can overcome obstacles. What type of company could benefit from that? What type of person? Well, number one could be some type of female organization. Could benefit from buying copies of your book to give to their members. It's one idea. So if you know of an organization, local or national, they do not have to be in your city, that has a female empowerment that meet up or do masterminds or something like that. And you like, look, I have this new book coming out. I would love it if your company would sponsor and buy copies of my book for your members. Because it's a tax write-off for them and it allows you to meet your goal. Do you know individual women that you know personally that could benefit from it? Make your list, get their phone numbers, their contact information, and you're going to call them up. There is a script. Some of you have the script already because your project was at that stage, but some of you don't. And I'm going to share my screen, show you what it looks like, and this will get uploaded into everyone's group by tomorrow. If it's already in your group, you can easily go to the Files tab, and it'll tell you whether it's in there or not. So this is a script that we have here, Show Your Success, that we use when we do what we call dialing for dollars. Dialing for dollars is something that Taria has been teaching, and it works. It works, provenly works. She had her conference last year. They did dialing for dollars right there in the room. They had people leaving there with $500, $1,000 simply by following these scripts and going through their cell phones and calling people and getting their money right then and there. So we don't share anything with you that nobody in Show Your Success has not used. This is not just information that's just wildly picked out the air. This is stuff that we all have used and leveraged. Okay, so these are the scripts that you can use. Find what fits for you or tweak it to work for you according to your tone. But you have to be confident and you have to ask for the sale. Don't ask and see right here. Taria hadn't, this is one that she did, but if y'all have been on any presentation that I said, I don't use the word support because you ain't no charity. This is business. You are selling a product. You are an author. And they either want to buy it or they don't. When I hear the word support me, it's like I'm asking you to give me something for nothing. And it's like it's sending a message that's saying immediately, well, this book ain't going to be about nothing because she need me to support her. No, I don't need you to support me. I need you to buy my book. Are you going to buy it? Yes or no? Okay, so my recommendation is to tweak that a little bit, take that word support out, because I don't use it. Because I don't like that. Because I'm not charity. I'm not asking anybody to give me anything for nothing. Right? I believe in the product that I have. I believe in the content that I've written, and I want to get this book in the hands of as many people as possible. So do you want to buy a copy of my book or not? I don't want you to miss out on it. Because I'm only selling a certain number of books during pre-sale. Create demand. Create urgency. Right? How did I create urgency? I just told them I'm only selling a certain amount of books during pre-sale, and I don't want you to miss out on it. Do you want to get your copy? McDonald's, Burger King, Walmart, Target, they don't hold no sign up to say come out and support me. They tell you how much it is and they say, come buy it. So I recommend to everybody that you get into that place. And that's an internal thing. That's believing in what you have. And all of you made a decision to be a co-author. So you believe in yourself enough to know that you have the information that somebody needs. And I share this all the time. Take it and own it for yourself. All of us are the key to somebody else's prison. All of us. Somebody is waiting to hear your voice, hear it in your tone, hear it told from your perspective, because they are bound and they cannot get free until you get out there and free them. And in freeing them, you free yourself. Okay? So that pre-sale script will get uploaded. Check your group. Some of you have them already in there. If you don't have it already, it will get put in there by tomorrow. Okay? Those pre-sale scripts. I'm gonna also put in there like a list that you can use, and it's just a thing where you can put people's name and phone numbers, to jot down, and you can have it as when you're calling, dialing for dollars, you'll have the names and phone numbers right there. You don't need to create no whole added conversation around this. It's all about business. So you tell them, hey, look, I gotta go. I got a couple of more people to call today, but I'm gonna catch up with you later. They either buying it or they're not buying it. And you're texting them the link right then and there while you're on the telephone, or you're emailing it to them right then to make sure they get it. And then you're moving on to the next call. Another thing that we talk about, Taria always talks about knocking on virtual doors, leveraging social media to make your sales. If you're on social media, you need to be on there for business. Unless, you know, a lot of us, we follow our family members and our friends to keep up with them. That's good. It's okay. But you're in a new dimension now. You are moving into this space of author. You have a product for sale. And this tips can help anybody. I don't care what y'all selling, right? Whether it's your book or your products or your services. You got to change attitude about what it is you're doing. You got to change your vision and perspective about why you're on social media. Putting a post out there and getting everybody to like it ain't no dollars. I don't want nobody to like nothing if they ain't buying it. That's just me. So one of the ways that you can leverage posting, okay, is that, say for instance, let's say you post your flyer, right? You get the flyer, you excited, and you post it, and you say, I'm so excited, I got my new book coming out. Every single person that comments on that post needs to get an inbox message from you. That's knocking on virtual doors. Okay? That's inboxing for dollars. How about that? And you tweak the script to simply say because they commented on a post, right? So they've already given you permission to inbox them. Let me throw this as a side note. Nobody owns Facebook Messenger. Stop being afraid to send people messages, because how will you meet someone if you don't ignite or initiate a conversation, right? But it is how you do it that's important. And it's when a person has commented on your post, they have just said, I want to meet you, because they just gave you permission, because they commented on your post. So you inbox them. You say, hey, thank you so much for celebrating my new book with me by commenting on my post. I really do appreciate that. I have a certain number of copies available for pre-sale for this book. Would you like to buy a copy? That's it. That's a done deal. They're going to either say yes or no. And if they say anything else, like, why did you message me? You just politely say, well, I thought the lines of communication was open when you posted on my post. Thank you so much. Let me move on to the next person. That's it. Don't take it personal, because you're on here for business. And if they own Facebook Messenger that much, then they shouldn't be on social media. Because social media is not just for people you know. Social media is about connecting with people you don't know. So don't get offended because somebody else is a little touched and may reply to you in an ugly manner. You just move on. You just say, okay, thank you. I just assumed that because you commented on my post, that lines of communication was open, because now you're educating them. If you're not interested in meeting somebody, don't comment on a post. Okay? All right. I hope y'all paying attention, because I'm giving y'all some insights that's way beyond this pre-sale technique. This is to use for any business that you're in. This is about your perspective. And so then when you tell them that you're super excited about the book and you've got a certain number of pre-sales, would they like to purchase a copy? Then great. Well, here's the link for you to buy. I look forward to getting your feedback on this about my content in this book. Let's stay in touch. Or if you're somebody like me that really likes to get to know people, because I'm just genuinely, interactive, I would say, tell me a little bit about what you do. What type of thing do you have going on that I could support you in? Right? Because but if you're not genuine, don't force that. Let me just tell you that, because it really will come off cheesy. But if that's you, follow your personality, take it and use it. Right? But if they comment on your post, every single one of them should get an inbox asking them, do they want to buy a copy? Every single one of them. That's leveraging your post to inbox for dollars. Second thing, if you're a part of groups that are targets or fit the target market for your copy, Don't just go in the group and start posting your flyer if you ain't said nothing in that group. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you haven't been active in the group, start becoming active. Start commenting on other people's posts. Start maybe putting in motivational, I don't know, following the rules, however, but start showing up for about a week. And once you've done it for about a week, now, if it allows for you to post, or if it is a post in the group that says, you know, advertise this day or share what's going on, then you post it, because now you've shown some interactions. You've been commenting on other people's posts. People kind of know you and they're like, wow, okay, she's new to the group. Because if you've been in it a while and you haven't been commenting and you start commenting all of a sudden, then people pay attention because they think you're new. But if you haven't been commenting and nobody has seen you commenting on anything and you just throw your flyer up there, the people don't want to hear from you. And that's really not nice. Really is. So you just start commenting, start interacting, comment on other people's posts, maybe doing some inspirations, following their rules. If they give you an opportunity to post it, then you do it. Again, you leverage it again. For every person that comments on your post, you give them an inbox. And now you just got their permission. And now you have another way of breaking the ice, because you can say, oh, great, thank you so much for liking and celebrating with me about my new book coming out. I see that we're part of the same group, and name that group. And say, I love connecting with new people, and I'm super excited about this book, and I just want to get it out to as many people as possible. So I've got a certain number of pre-sales that I have going on and things like that. Would you be interested in a copy of this book? Yes or no? That's it. What great things do you have going on? If you want to ask that first. Okay. So, do any of you guys have any questions about that before I go any further? Does anybody have any questions about dialing for dollars, inboxing for dollars? Give y'all a few minutes, see if anybody has any questions. Thank you, Karen. I'm glad it's great advice. I hope it helps y'all. Own your space. This morning on the Get Coached Up call, this morning I had the opportunity to speak about boldness. We need to get bold in this day and age. Not cocky, not arrogant, but bold. We got to be bold enough to tell people what we're doing and own it, and not dumb ourselves down to fit in. Thanks, Dorothy. Because you're great. Everybody's great. Everybody has their own built-in greatness, and we have to own it. If you don't own it, nobody else will. I'm telling y'all from experience, I had to learn that. A year ago, y'all wouldn't have seen me up here doing this. No. I had to grow into this space. But I grew because I accepted challenges. So I'm challenging all of you guys. Set your goals. Tell me, what's some goals? How many books do you guys want to sell? Talk to me. I want to see what goals y'all have. Because I'm going to go back to this chat and I'm going to check the transcript. Now, y'all not going to talk to me now. Y'all want me? I'm going to pull somebody on camera if y'all don't start talking to me. Karen said, I want to sell 200 plus 10 ads. I feel you. Kim said, did you say 50,000, Kim? All right now, Kim. We ain't going to set these goals that ain't realistically able to be achieved at the moment. I know about thinking out in the future, but we got to be honest about the amount of time we have for pre-sales. Because if you gonna go, how many phone calls you have to make, and how many companies, unless you plan on going to corporations, which is not bad. If you're gonna go to a corporation to get them all to buy 10,000 books, you only need 5. Sounds good to me. Vendetta says she wants 20 acknowledgments. Yep. What about books, Vendetta? Yeah, that 20 acknowledgments. We're about to talk about that advertising opportunity. Everybody on here may not have heard that, but majority of you should have, because I think I've shared it with all my projects. Kim says she's going to sell one to Oprah and one to Steve. Oh, so they each going to get 25,000. Reverend Lakeisha says 500. Vendetta says 50 pre-sales. That's good. Is that Mayana? Let me see. Because the name, it cut your name off. I think that's Mayana said 250 books. Now you got 3 books you in. Yeah, Mayana she's a collaborator of her own book, and she's a part of 2 projects that I know of personally. Might be another one. Yvonne says she has 200 as her goal. Kathy is 100. Yeah, all things are possible, Kim. I'm not doubting it. Like I said, you can get 5 corporations to buy 10,000 a pop, and there you go. That's doable. Only 5. Yes, Dorothy, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. That's the advertising opportunity to the small businesses. Oh, yeah, about the companies too, corporations and movements and things like that, organizations, boys and girls clubs, whatever your book's about, you know. She plans to do 100. Travis says 100. Karen says you already sold 5 ads. Ooh, Karen, you gonna come on camera for me? Because I told you I wanted you to talk about that. And I'm getting ready to go to that next. Jamisha say a minimum of 500. That's what I'm talking about. Karen say, I guess so. Okay. Kim say, to their followers. Yeah, if you could reach out to them and get their social media influence and get on Steve Harvey Radio one morning, you know, Steve good for that. All you got to do is get on the radio and he talk about your book. Everybody be buying it. I ain't mad at you. Send them a letter, send them an email. That's what I do. I sure would. All right. I'm excited for y'all. I'm glad to hear. So Dorothy Hill says she's already sold an ad. Awesome. And 2 to collect this week. That's what I'm talking about, moving up to 3 ads. So let's talk about the ads, because some people might be on here talking about, what are they talking about? Ads. Some of y'all might have heard of it already. And this is my little brainchild. It's a twist on some things. So this idea was inspired by my last book. When I did Next Level, I sold, but I had a specific audience I targeted. So in my book, I targeted all authors who had their books. And I reached out to them about advertising in my book. Basically, they would be a part of my book for the lifetime. And I called them my author roundtable. And they sent me, I basically gave them each a full page ad in my book, in the back of my book, listed as my author roundtable. Right? Well, the idea that I inspired to share with all of the projects that I managed is about an advertising opportunity and leveraging the space that you all get in the book. So that space I'm talking about is the acknowledgement section. Every single co-author gets an acknowledgement section. You get 20 spots. If you notice on the flyers, if you've seen some of the flyers that have come out, the flyer I just showed you earlier says 20 spots. The first 20 people to buy my book will get their name listed. That's the spots I'm talking about. And so the idea that I've shared with you guys is, or with some people earlier, is leveraging those spots to create an additional stream of income. Because why just give that spot to somebody for $20 who would probably buy your book anyway, whether their name is in it or not? And I learned this because my first book I listed all my family members and friends, people I knew who bought my book first, right? They took up my first 20 spots. But these are people who don't even have a business, it doesn't matter to them that they get acknowledged, right? But what if you could take that spot and leverage that to a small business owner, someone who's needing more traction to their website or more traction to their Instagram page to sell their products or services? What if you could leverage that and offer them an opportunity to advertise in your book for the lifetime of that book for a set price? Mayana, the acknowledgement section comes behind each and every co-author. Each co-author gets an acknowledgement page. They can't do full page ads like I did, but they can list up to 20 people, names, websites, and I believe social media details. Don't y'all quote me on that yet. I'll confirm it, but for sure their website, their name and their website for 20 people. So that's lifetime advertising, because that's every time a book is sold. If you're a part of Beautiful You Are, there's 21 women. That's 21 women selling a book to different people, right? And at the end of each one of those women is an acknowledgement page. Do y'all see the exposure, the magnitude of the exposure? You time that 21 people selling a book. If they just sold it to all these different people, and this person is getting their name and website in the hands of all these people at different times. Mayana, I'm gonna have to bring you up at the end to ask your question, because I don't quite understand what you're asking me, but let me just finish this part and I'll bring it up. So as I said, imagine the advertising opportunity that could give to a small business owner who doesn't have a large budget for advertising, right? Their website is it's like handing their business card to every single person that buys a copy of that book for the lifetime of that book. And they've only had to pay once. They didn't have to print another business card. They don't have to go pay the printing cost of it. All they have to do is make one investment. And for the lifetime of that book, somebody will always know their name and their website. I'm drilling this into y'all because I need y'all to understand the exposure opportunity that you're giving someone. So again, you are not asking nobody for charity, because you are giving them an amazing advertising opportunity. There are conferences, and I think Rose talked about this when we did the meeting for Destiny Walkers. She was at a conference where these people were charging these people 13 grand. 13 grand to be in a book. And I don't even know if it was for the lifetime of the book. This is for the lifetime of the book. The reason it's for the lifetime of the book because this book will not be changed or redone. No one will be able to eliminate the content that's in this book. And then each and every co-author has the ability to order more copies of their own book once the launch of the book is done. Each and every co-author has a vision to do more than just write the book. They want to leverage this into speaking opportunities, coaching programs, workshops, and everybody gonna have their books for sale. So y'all have to follow me and see where I'm going when I tell you that the power of being able to target small business owners or individual owners who have some products or services for sale that want to get more traction and stuff to their website. This is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. But you have to have the level of internal confidence to be able to deliver what you're offering in the right tone. You're not asking them for favors. You're giving them an opportunity. They can take it or they don't, and you move on to the next person. So, for example, you need to identify, and I just identified for you, what's the purpose of this advertising opportunity? For you is to get extra money. Because at minimum, if you sell 20 spots at $50, some of y'all might do the math a little bit faster than me, but I've got the calculator up. If each one of those 20 spots you sold for $50, that's $1,000 and you haven't sold a book. That's $1,000 and you have not sold a book. The spot is worth more than $1,000. I'm just telling y'all that. But some people's belief levels, you can't actually articulate and ask for more than that, because your energy is not going to let you do it. But for $50, it's a steal. It's unheard of. You get to control that amount too. That's your personal decision. Because this is not something that you're going to put on a post and say, hey, I'm selling advertising spots for $50. No. Your post should read on Facebook. If you're a small business owner and you could benefit from lifetime advertising, comment yes. Did y'all get that? You put a post out there and says, attention small business owners, attention entrepreneurs. Do you have a product that you could benefit from lifetime advertising or more traction? Are you in need of more traction to your website, more exposure to your product and service? Then comment yes. And now you get in the inbox and have a personal conversation. Rose made a good point when we were talking to the authors of Destiny Walker. If you want to be the person that's going to ask for more than $50, you need to get on the phone with them. One-on-one conversations over the phone is always the best. I recommend getting on the phone even when you're asking for the book, if you can do it. But if this is someone that you haven't met before, if this is someone you don't really know, then you need to start the conversation in the inbox and then say, hey, can we jump on the phone and have a conversation so I can give you more details? Here's my number to call me. Right? And if you don't want to give somebody your personal number, get a Google Voice number. It's free. Marquis says, how do you capture the money since you aren't selling the book through the PayPal button? You can send them an invoice, Marquis. If you got Cash App, you can send that to them, or you could create you a whole new PayPal button that's just for your advertising spot. That's your personal decision because that's your money. And I would like to challenge everybody to do it because if you heard at the Show Your Success Conference, one of the categories that we're going to be honoring is the Comma Club. And I want to be able to see each and every co-author that's been a part of a project that I've managed be a part of that Comma Club simply because they could get up there and say, you know what, I sold 20 advertising spots or I sold 10 advertising spots for $50 or $100 and I made X amount of money. And do you know how mind-blowing that is that you made that money and you ain't sold a book plus you got pre-sales? Y'all killing the game. That's what we do here. We are not trying to teach you just about writing a book to say, oh, I've written a book. I want you to have a vision to know that writing this book is about another stream of income for you. And I want you to get the vision for what's the next book I can write. Okay? Hope that makes sense to y'all. Those are the things. I'm going to create a brief script about doing the advertising opportunities, and I'll have it posted in each one of your groups along with the other pre-sale scripts for Dialing for Dollars so that you can use that as an example and a guide as well. But it's pretty much just your conversation. If you know that the advertising spot is lifetime, they get to be in a part of your book for the lifetime of the book, and it's going to get into the hands of a number of people. You multiply just for this is how you could give them a number. Each and every co-author gets 10 copies, right? As a part of their investment. 10 copies. That's before you ever pre-sell anything. You automatically get 10 copies with the investment that you put in. So if you take every co-author that's a part of your project and multiply that by 10, that's how much you tell them how many books, that's how many people are going to get their information. That's how you do that. So for example, I'll say if you are part of a book that has 8 people in it, 8 times 10, that's 80 people, right? 8 times 10, that's 80 books sold, right? So if 80 books are sold and you only have to pay me one time to get 80 different levels of 80 different tracks of advertising for your book, because each book's going to go into the hand of 80 different people. You can't even go to the radio station and get, because I'm working on that right now for an event. You can't even call the radio station and get on the radio for less than $500. Exactly. You can't even give out 80 business cards without it costing you X amount of dollars to even get the 80 business cards. And people don't throw away books like they throw away business cards. That's how you deliver it to them. They tell you, well, why would I do that? Because people throw away business cards. That's why. But people don't throw away books. All right. So how does that fit with y'all? I hope that works. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to bring Mayana up first. Karen, I'm going to bring you up, but Mayana had a question and I want her to be able to explain it to me because I did not understand what she was saying, and I would hate to try to answer her question and I'll be wrong for not understanding her. So as I work on getting Mayana up, as I told you guys, this recording is only going to be emailed to people who actually registered for this webinar. It is not going to be posted in your events or in your groups at all. So if you guys want to share it with other people, y'all can go right ahead and do that. But they had to have registered for this webinar to get it. So Mayana, I'm unmuting you so you can ask your question and we can communicate. How are you?
Hello, Dorothy.
So what was your question?
I was asking, will all of the ads, like if the ads that I sell, will they be in all of my co-authors' books or just in my book? You know, like how we have our individual name on the books in our bio. Is it like that, or all the ads going in all the books?
The ads are a part of the content, so they go in all the books.
Oh, that's awesome.
The customized cover is individualized, but the content is the same in every book. I don't care what the cover is. The content is the same.
Okay, definitely should be more than 50.
Right. That's what I'm talking about the exposure. That's what I'm telling you.
Right. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? If y'all have a question, I can bring y'all up. I promise I won't put you on camera if you don't want to. I promise I won't. Somebody has their hand up. Who is that? Vendette. I'll bring you up to panelist, Vendette, and then I'll unmute you. All right. Uh-oh. I just muted myself. That's not right. Okay, Vendette.
Well, I want to know, because if we're selling the advertising and the capture page and the flyer says the first 20 get listed in the book, can we have that removed if we pre-sell those 20?
No, you cannot have it removed, but I'm going to tell you how to leverage that. Good question. How you overcome that is that if somebody reads your flyer and they say, oh, well, am I one of the first 20 to have my name put in the book? You can say, girl, I sold out of them things the first night. Did you hear that?
That's great. Yeah, now I got it.
Because they have no way of knowing that you've just locked or that you're choosing to save that. They have no way of knowing that.
Okay.
Anybody else? I'm going to bring up Karen. I want Karen to tell us how she leveraged it to do her, who else was it? Dorothy too? Dorothy had sold books. I'm going to bring you up too, Dorothy. Now I wonder how I put y'all on video. Y'all got to bear with me. If I want to put y'all on video. If it's going to let me do it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I was trying to bring you on video. Can you come on? Oh, you don't want to?
You have me. It says that you have me muted. I mean, you have me. There I go.
There you go.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I sold my ads at $100 a pop, and it really gave me the idea from when Dorothy talked about it. But when I went to my masseuse, I was telling her about the ads, and she said, "What? It's $100?" And I said, "You would pay $100 for an ad?" And she said, "Yeah." So then the next person I saw, they said, "I'd pay $100 too." And so then 3 people bought my book using their business website. So then I said, okay, I inboxed them and said, "Hey, for $100, I could put you in my book as an ad." And they happen to be in the first 20 anyway. So I'm up to 5 ads. So I'm trying to get 10. So all 5 have been at $100 a pop.
Did y'all hear that? You say $500 a pop. That's $500. Some people say that's it. I'm done. I ain't selling nothing else. I ain't gonna do nothing else.
Well, my goal is 250 books plus.
Exactly.
So I'm at 40 something, I think.
So you've sold 40 books and $500 ads.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
So, and I was very fortunate that a couple of because I'm a speech pathologist by trade. So several people have bought 4 or 5 books that are social workers and counselors for like girls groups and women's groups. So I've been real fortunate in that. So once I get someone that buys a book, I inbox them, like you said, and I'm asking them and challenging them to sell 10 books for me.
Wow. Do y'all see? Like, I don't want y'all to think that I'm just making this up, because I'm not. And I'm just amazed, because when Karen and I talked in chat the other day, she told me that she had success, but I ain't know she had just sold 40 books and 5 ads, because she definitely is making the comma club, and she gonna definitely make me be able to go and pop my collar at the next Vision Educator meeting that we gonna have when I tell them what she done. Take. Yeah, y'all good. I'm excited.
I am too.
It works. It really works. So just real quick, how did you feel like doing that? Was that something you're accustomed to doing, talking to people? And if not, tell everybody else, like, you know, kind of what your experience is in doing that. And if it was your first time, how did you overcome that challenge?
Well, I had to kind of move out of that comfort zone of, you know, your friends and family want to support you, and then everybody wants to go, oh, congrats, whatever, whatever. So I had to really pull back, because my actual undergraduate degree is in marketing and advertising, but I've been doing allied healthcare for 20 years. So I had to go back and kind of get back in the sales zone. So I've just been challenging my friends. Oh God, I think that's such a wonderful thing. What can we do to do this? And then I talk with people in my church. And so they've been pimping my book for me. And so my comment is, I need you guys to pimp my ride for me. Can you sell 5 books? Can you sell 10 books? And so I've been text messaging my capture page ad. I've been putting them in different places on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, and several pages that I'm on in Facebook. Plus, I've been connecting with coworkers, and I also work at the prison hospital. So we've got social workers there. We've got mental health workers there. So I've just been kind of, and selling them in, give them to your wife.
Awesome.
I'm not limiting it to just one thing, because I'm trying to hit that 250 plus mark.
Right. So did y'all hear how she's finding different target audiences for people that could benefit from her book or that could use her book? And then she's just commenting, letting them know how it fits who they are. And so I challenge each and every one of you to do it, because there's no respect of person. Yeah, Karen is just like us. She's just everyday person. She chose to be inside part of a book collaboration, and she's doing it. And she's leveraging that, and she's thinking outside of the box. So the opportunity is there for each and every one of you. If you decide that that's what you want to do, you have to put yourself in the position to do it. You have to do that work. If you want to sell that number of books, you got to set your goal and do the work to do it. We can't do it for you. I can give you as many tips as possible. I can give you as much information as possible, but information that's not applied will do you no good. It's not, you're not going to see any results. And I don't want anybody to walk away from this experience and say, well, I felt bad, or I didn't get what I wanted, or I didn't like that, or, you know, that didn't work for me, or, you know, or y'all want to go back and talk about, well, that stuff don't work. Well, don't say it don't work. Just say you just didn't do it. And that's okay. But just be honest about the fact that you just didn't use the information or implement the information that you were provided. Okay? So I'm going to bring Dorothy up so we can hear one other person's perspective. If you guys have questions while Dorothy's talking, you can go ahead and type it in chat and we'll address it. And then we'll be getting ready to get off of here, guys. Hey, Dorothy, can I bring you up to video?
Not my face.
Not, not my face. Don't you do it.
I'm relaxing.
I got you. So tell everybody about your success so far.
Oh, me? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, go ahead and tell everybody about your success so far with your ads.
Okay. I took your tip that you gave us the other night when you were with Destiny Walkers, and I did a small post I'm a part of a small business group on Facebook. And so I did the post in that group, and I received several positive, I guess you could say positive comments, and followed up in their inbox. Also, I have small business owners at my church. And I just put it out there, and some people who saw me on Facebook, they hit me up. I told them, you know, I would inbox them and I would inbox them, and they did as well. So as of today, I have the money for one ad, and I have promised to collect by the end of the week for 2 other ads. And I'm taking it. I'm running with it.
Awesome, awesome. So tell me, how much did you sell your ads for?
$50.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
She sold hers for $50, guys. The basic minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And hey, I'm not telling y'all, if you say to you that your spot is $20 and that's where your confidence level is, then do that. I just want to see you accept the challenge. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm setting the number for you. I'm just giving you an example of the fact that 50 is still too low, right? But if that's where you are, if that's where you need to start is at 20, then do that. That's my recommendation. I just want to see each one of you not just give that spot away just because they bought a copy of your book. Because some people will still buy a copy of your book even after they paid you for the advertising spot. You know why? They have an added incentive now because they want to see their name and their website in the book.
Right. And so I'm getting ready also to have an empowerment brunch. And I plan to pre-sale books to those ladies who are coming to my brunch. I have about 40 who've already signed up. So
awesome, Dorothy. That is awesome. That is amazing. She's already leveraging the book and it hasn't even been printed. Do y'all see that? Because she's using the pre-sale opportunity along with her event. That is great. Thank y'all so much for sharing. I appreciate y'all.
Can't hear you.
Sorry, I was saying, does anybody else have anything else they want to share? Any more questions? Anything that you want to ask? Anything that you didn't hear, you weren't sure about? All right. Well, I have one last thing I want to share with y'all before we go. I am doing a promotion strictly for co-authors of these projects right now. And I'm offering you guys a 1-hour strategy session with me. And it's a personalized strategy session where you will go over your vision, your goals as a result of writing your book, and how to create additional streams of income for yourself. You'll walk away from it with a 90-day action plan already in place for you guys as far as how to leverage your book once the book comes out, right? I know you guys know that you're going to get a speaker sheet, right? That comes a part of your investment. Those things won't start being worked on until after the launch. But you'll get your speaker sheet. And so in this session, we'll talk about identifying your 3 streams of income based on who you are, what your goals are, what you're looking to do, individualized to fit you. You'll have a 90-day action plan on the things that you need to do for the next 90 days after that book launch to leverage and create those 3 streams of income for yourself. Rather than going ideas of your book, we'll go over the ideas of how to leverage the book for you. So some of you are a part of books that may not really align with your product, or you think it doesn't, but it does. And in this session, we'll go over that, how to align that with the things that you're possibly already doing or with what you want to do, and how we could create and identify those 3 streams of income. My sessions are usually $197 to get me on the phone for a whole hour. I am giving you guys a total of $150 off. Total of $150. I'm only charging you $97, and $50 of that $97 goes towards your ticket to the Show Your Success conference if you register by June 30th. So if you decide to do the 1-hour session, you go to bookstrategysession.org, book your session. Once you book the session, we hold the session. During the session, I'll give you the code that you'll need to use to get your $50 off when you book your when you buy your ticket to the Show Your Success conference. Because we want you guys to be at this conference. This conference is about you. This conference is about honoring and acknowledging all authors And because you guys have actually gone through a collaboration project that's been managed by Show Your Success, we definitely want you guys there to celebrate the accomplishments that you've done, to give you that added fuel to continue to go further and to do more with your projects and to do more with the book. And to give you more insight into the Show Your Success family, what we have to offer and what we do, and to come and learn from this conference. We go way more in detail than what I did here with these pre-sale techniques about what else to do with your book, how to market it. You're going to get access to social, to media outlets, about getting on television. We're going to have a publicist there in the house. It's going to tell you, you've written your book, now what? What do you do next? How do you use it? How do you get on speaking platforms? How do you leverage it to create your own opportunities? These are the things that we're going to go more in depth about at the conference. So we want to make sure you guys are there. And then I want to be able in this session to give you an added bonus to figure out, what does the book do for you as an individual, right? Because we all have different goals and different dreams. So you need someone to kind of help you craft and figure that out. So again, if that's y'all want to do it, I'll put the website here in the chat. And y'all can book your session and you will get the discount as long as you buy the ticket to the conference before June 30th. So I appreciate you. If y'all don't have any more questions, I am done. I will get this email to everyone that has registered by tomorrow. I'll get all those pre-sale scripts put in there as well into each one of your groups. And if you have any other questions, be sure to ask it in the group. And take care. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.